Good morning. My name is Patti Wright from the Rotary Club of Toronto West, and I am District 7070 Chair of Youth Services. I would like to introduce you to Richard Mewhinney from the Rotary Club of Newmarket, who is the District 7070 Chair of Rotary Action Groups. For the 2021 Rotary Citation for a Rotary Club and for a Rotaract Club, it asks, how many club members will be members of at least one Rotarian action group during the Rotary year? For the Rotary Citation for Interact clubs, it asks, during the Rotary year, will club members have the opportunity to learn more about Rotary action groups and get inspiration for service projects?
We're here today to talk about Rotary action groups. It is the goal of Patti and myself to introduce you to some of the amazing projects and to inspire you to join some of the Rotary action groups.
Before we talk about specific action groups, you need to understand what a Rotary action group is. You can see on the screen, Rotary action groups are independent Rotary affiliated groups made up of people from around the world who are experts in a particular field, such as economic development, peace, addiction prevention, the environment, or water.
So what do these action groups actually do for you, a Rotarian? They offer, first and foremost, their expertise. They support Rotary clubs to help plan and implement projects to increase Rotary's impact and your impact as an Interact club, Rotaract club, or a Rotary club. They can help find funding for your project, find additional partners for your project, and perhaps other resources that you may require. Finally, they can also help your Rotary club or district to apply for district grants or global grants by providing consultation, review, and information as it pertains to the particular project. They also can assist with community assessments as required. For global grants these days, a community assessment is one of the first aspects that must be achieved. I will be discussing some of this in more detail later on in the presentation.
So the first thing you need to know is that Rotary action groups are specific to a Rotary area of focus. There are 7 Rotary areas of focus. 1, promoting peace. 2, fighting disease. 3, providing clean water and sanitation. 4, saving mothers and children. 5, supporting education. 6, growing local economies. And finally, number 7, protecting the environment.
So at Rotary International level, let us begin with the first area of focus, being peace building and conflict resolution. As of 2021, there are 4 action groups at Rotary International under promoting peace. They are domestic violence prevention, peace, refugees, and slavery prevention. You can see that Wage Peace is a large Rotary action group that believes everyone can be a peace builder. They strive to empower communities to convene, collaborate, and unite for peace action.
There are many international action groups under the fighting disease area of focus, and this slide lists many of these groups. Some are specific to one disease, and others focus on general health and well-being. You will note that the last one listed on that page is polio survivors. All of you watching this video will likely have been involved in the fight to eradicate polio. Rotary has contributed more than $1.2 billion to polio eradication since taking on the disease in 1979. That amount got a significant boost last October after Rotary announced it will provide an additional $44.7 million towards the polio fight. In the bottom left-hand corner of this page is a picture of a team that went to India in 2015 to administer polio vaccines. I was a member of that team, and it was an experience of a lifetime. The picture on the bottom right is the picture of a polio survivor and the painful surgery she has had to endure. We met numerous survivors at specialty hospitals in India.
The third area of focus is providing clean water and sanitation. Personally, I've been actively involved in projects internationally, helping to improve hygiene and to provide clean water. You will note that this page talks about the project called Adopt a Village in Laos. This is a District 7070 project that we have been fortunate to have a leader of this project in our district, Steve Rutledge from the Rotary Club of Whitby Sunrise. He's been actively involved in providing water sources in the mountains of Laos. There are numerous District 7070 Rotary clubs who have both been financially supporting this project, as well as many have gone to Laos with Steve Rutledge's teams to participate in the digging of water sources, tunnels for piping, as well as teaching related to the use of water tanks.
The fourth area of focus is saving mothers and children. There are so many projects that have been run under this category. Strong evidence has been presented over many years that girls in third world countries miss out on education opportunities due to their monthly period. Many clubs in our district have been involved with Days for Girls. This organization started in Seattle many years ago and has become quite internationally recognized. We have a chapter in Toronto, and both our Rotary Club and our sponsored Interact clubs have been actively involved, helping to make sanitary projects to be delivered to third world countries. Days for Girls believes that, quote, proper menstrual health management is a universal human right, a critical component of gender equity, and vital to women and girls reaching their full potential. In another District 7070 project, we partnered with Kuso International to fund midwife birthing kits in Ethiopia. In Ethiopia, the maternal mortality ratio is 412 deaths per 100,000 live births and 29 neonatal deaths per 1,000 live births. As a comparison, in Canada, the ratio is 7 deaths per 100,000 live births and 4.3 neonatal deaths per 1,000 live births. The equipment that we helped purchase supports student midwives while they are in their clinical placement. The kits contain items that are often in short supply but essential for maternal health care.
Rotary action groups have been very active with respect to the fifth area of focus, being supporting education. Often, educational needs delivered to young students along with another project. There have been many educational products developed and distributed by Rotarians and locally. Interact and Rotaract and Rotary clubs have run reading clubs and homework assistance groups. The need is great, both internationally and locally. Growing local economies can be divided into development and disaster assistance. Disaster assistance speaks for itself, and Shelterbox is a great example. Shelterbox is an international non-profit organization that responds immediately by providing humanitarian relief from the supplies that bring hope, independence, and a sense of normalcy to those vulnerable people. And yes, Shelterbox was launched by a Rotary Club in England in 2000. In 2012, the Rotary members around the world rallying behind shared vision and partnership between Shelterbox and Rotary was formally recognized when Shelterbox became Rotary's official project partner in disaster relief. With respect to economic and community development, the goal is to make a community self-sustaining. A project which I've been actively involved in northern Uganda has been working at development of a health center. And fundamentally, project being water, but also is an aspect of community development, recognizing that the current project is providing water to help grow, to help irrigate an orange orchard where the sale of the oranges will provide the revenue necessary to provide free healthcare long-term, in addition to providing employment for a number of widows in the community that otherwise in that culture would not have any means for earning a living.
As of July 1st, 2020, the environment became a 7th area of focus for Rotary International. A couple of the action groups are endangered species and environmental sustainability. As a couple of examples, our District 7070 partnered with the Highway of Heroes to help them plant trees along the stretch of Highway 401 between Trenton and Humber Hospital. In addition, the picture on the left side of the screen is of me and past District Governor Mary Lou hugging an oak tree that we helped to save. The towering 24-meter, 79 feet, high northern red oak with a circumference of 5 meters is one of the oldest trees in these parts, having sprouted an estimated 300 years ago, around the time that French explorers set up a trading post on the nearby shores of Lake Ontario.
So how do we bring these action groups to the local level? District 7070 is somewhat unique among many Rotary districts in the world, in so much as we have committees which represent each of the action groups, and they're divided by the areas of focus. Each area has appointed a very experienced chair. Each chair has been involved with or run their own projects within that area of focus. Each of the committees is available to Rotary clubs, Rotaract clubs, and Interact clubs to obtain more information of exactly what's taking place in the community.
We've got contact information for them up on the screen right now. So have we inspired you to get involved? Richard, as a summary, what value does your District 7070 action groups bring to the table for, say, an Interact club or a Rotaract club looking to be involved with a project?
Well, first and foremost, there's an ask which goes into place, and that is simply this. It helps the area of focus committees by understanding all of the projects which are taking place in the district by Rotary clubs, Rotaract clubs, and Interact clubs, particularly as they pertain to areas of focus. If we understand the projects taking place, that helps us to provide information to those groups, in so much as each of the committees will be glad to take a look at project proposals, provide their expertise in providing information to you. Also, if you are looking for assistance, it may be possible for us to assist you reach into other clubs in the district and use the resources that are available to us in helping you find partners to work alongside with you on your project. Any and all of these things, in a similar fashion to the Rotary action groups at the Rotary level, work at the local level to provide that kind of assistance to all of Rotary, Rotaract, and Interact clubs in the district.
Brilliant. What plans do you have for your team that have not yet been implemented, but you would like to implement?
One of the items that we would very much like to have implemented in the district is we would like to have a project board developed, which would be accessible on the district website, that would help us outline all of the projects that are taking place in the district. That could be grant projects or non-grant projects. But in addition, I know that many of the action groups and the area of focus committees are interested in holding a number of seminars on the areas of focus so that people that are involved in Rotarians, Rotaractors, or Interactors could become involved to learn more about those areas of focus and provide some good access to speakers that have information that would be pertinent to help you in your understanding and implementation of both projects, but also, like I say, your understanding on those areas of focus.
Great. And how does one join an action group?
At the Rotary level, the action groups such as WASRAG or LitRag are available, and you can do a search on Rotary International. The other way that you could reach out is by reaching out to the contact person for the area of focus. They'll be able to assist you in finding action groups. And if you're interested in joining one of the committees, if you inform myself or reach out to one of the chairs, they are sometimes looking for opportunities to introduce people that have experience and expertise or a strong interest in the action groups to become involved.
Terrific. Now, I was going to ask you how to reach you, but I think the best thing to do is go back to this this slide, which has everybody's contact information. And this is how, if you're interested in being involved, there's the information that you need. Anything else you want to add, Richard? Are we good?
I think that is a fairly complete summary of this. And I would just encourage anyone that's listening that if they have a question, if they reach out to myself or one of the chair for the respective area of focus or interest areas, such as honoring Indigenous peoples or HIP, which is added to our areas of focus. And that is simply because that was initiated, that program, in District 7070, and it's critical, recognizing that the Indigenous peoples are also frequently left out. And so please reach out to the chair or myself, and we can direct that to help answer questions that you have.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Richard, for your wonderful help on this presentation. And to all of you who are listening, I hope you've learned a little bit from us. And thank you.